So I had you guys ask me questions, and right here you can see the questions. I'm gonna answer it, and then move on to the next, and that's basically it. Sound good? Okay, perfect. First question was sunrise or sunset? Probably sunset, because I feel like they're usually prettier than sunrises. Okay, on to the next. What do you think makes you stand out as a streamer? I think there are a lot of streamers who don't really pay much attention to their chat, whether they're big or like there's some smaller size streamers that just really don't read their chat. And you know, I pride myself in reading every single chat, or at least acknowledging it in some way. And I think that, you know, that's different than some. I know a lot of people do that, but some people don't. Okay, next. What's your favorite movie and go-to movie snack? I want to say my favorite movie is Red, White, and Royal Blue. Or maybe Encanto, but I haven't watched Encanto in a while. Possibly Hamilton, if that counts as a movie. Because, I mean, it's a musical, but I think it counts. And go-to movie snack, I'd probably just have to say popcorn. I mean, popcorn's a classic and it's good. What are you most excited about in your future? Guys, why can't I think of anything to be excited about? No, I think the thing I'm most excited about for my future is being independent and being able to support myself, whether it is from streaming or it's from some other job. Like, I really hope to find a job that I actually love one day. Whatever it may be, I don't know yet, but I hope I find it. Next question. What is your favorite thing about streaming? I think my favorite thing about streaming is the interactions that you have with people literally from like all over the world. I mean, there's so many different people and you really get to know them. And although you never really know someone who's online, like, I think there is a nice little, I don't know, like, there's just, I've made a lot of friends from, you know, streaming and just being in the streaming space, and I really love knowing all of them. And I mean, like, they're my best friends, so it's like, you know, it's really cool to meet all of these new people. And you know. Next question. Do you believe in love at first sight? I would say no. I don't think so. I think that love at first sight just isn't real for me. I think for me to love someone, like, I really have to know them, like, deep down and really enjoy that person. And I just don't think that can happen just by seeing someone. I can't just look at them and be like, hey, damn, I love you so much. You know, like, that's not how I'm built. I don't know about anyone else, but I really need to know a person to, love them. Are you ever going to TwitchCon? I do hope to go one year. I wanted to go this year. I'm really hoping I'm able to go next year. I will be going some year. I just don't know when yet. But one year I will be there. I might be 30. I don't know. But I will be going to TwitchCon sometime. What inspired you to stream? I think a lot of things. And like, it was really... Okay, I started streaming in 2018 on YouTube from my phone. I don't really know what inspired me then. I think I've just always been watching, like, YouTube and just really wanting to be one of the people that I've seen on YouTube, you know? But that was, like, you know, the YouTube mobile streaming, and then I'd say I really got into the Twitch space from Loser Fruit. I used to watch her a lot. I think she inspired me to really start streaming, but then I just kind of stopped. And then I'd say Alarming Amber inspired me again to start streaming. And I think since her, I've been way more consistent. And she's really been the biggest inspiration, I'd say. What's my shower routine? So I go downstairs. I get my clothes and my towel. I come upstairs. I take off my clothes. I get in the shower. Well, I turn on the water. Take off my clothes. Get in the shower. And then I put on a face wash that's supposed to, like, sit for a while. So I put that on first. And then I wash my hair. But I leave in the soap. And then I wash my body. And then I rinse everything off at the same time. So, like, the soap in my hair, the face wash, the body wash, and then I get out of the shower, dry myself off, I put on clothes, and then I go downstairs and I use a face moisturizer, and then I use lotion for my hands. Oh, and I always listen to music in the shower. I always have a big speaker, blaring music. I have to have music to do most of things in my life. Next. What the dog doing? I'm not sure. What the dog doing, man? I really don't know. Who's your favorite family member? I wouldn't say I have a favorite, but I would say that I've been closest to my mommy for my whole life. So I'd say she's my closest family member. If you could become a famous streamer, but you could only stream one game for the rest of your life, would you do it? If so, what game? Fortnite. I would 100% do it, and I'd 100% choose Fortnite, because there is just so many things that you can do in Fortnite, and I'm sure it'll expand 10 times more within, the near future. Like, there's just so many modes. They've made it to where anyone can create a game, so what is that, sandbox? Is that what we call those? A sandbox game? I don't know, but there's just so many options, and there will be many, many more options, and I'm sure the game will probably be here for, like, ever, honestly. I mean, it just keeps changing things and adding things, and I think at the end of the day, Fortnite will have every option for me to choose from. So, I mean, there's really no other game I need, although Valorant is a close-up second. What's the hardest part to you about streaming and growing your community? You're doing great, by the way. Thank you. I'd say the hardest part to me about streaming and growing is... I'd say being consistent. I'm not a very consistent person. I never really have been. I don't really like to do things, but... Okay, that just made me sound lazy. I meant, like... I don't know. I've just never really been good at being consistent. And streaming, I think you really do have to be consistent. You want to be live, like, I'd say at least 5 times a week. And that's something that was always hard for me. I think I've gotten more into it. Although, if I do take a single day off, then, like, I really just want to take another day off and another day off and another day off. And, like, once I have that one day off, it's like, wow, I just don't have to do anything. Like, I just have this whole day to lay in my bed, and I want to keep doing that. But I've become good at being more consistent. And I'd say for growing, consistency is a good thing. But also, like, you have to post things on other apps and things, which... that's a whole nother story. Like, I feel like growth on other apps is really hard. But I'd say for... growing your stream in particular, before you start streaming, you want to be in a community and have, like, a good amount of people who know you and, like, you're friends with, because, like, they will be the ones in your stream. Like, you can't start with 0 viewers and then just stream every day doing nothing, hoping that something changes. Like, it just won't. The discoverability sucks. You need to have a community already before you start streaming. Next question. What is your favorite edible meat? This question I was very surprised by. I really don't know. Definitely not fish. Definitely not pork. I'd say I'm stuck between beef and chicken. But I think I lean more towards beef. I think... I lean more towards chicken. Definitely chicken. Chicken is my final answer. I like that they chose to include the word edible. Yeah, like... that was funny. What's a deal breaker for you in a relationship? I honestly want to say, like... I don't really have a deal breaker. I think most things can be sorted out. Unless, like, you're just... I think if you're a terrible human being, then I just don't want to be friends with you. I'm taking this as relationship and friendship, by the way. Like, if you just change in a bad way, like, that's a deal breaker. I don't want to say, like, not talking to me for a while is bad, because, like, I mean, if it's a friendship, like, I don't need to talk to my friends every day. Like, I'm okay if, like, I'm fine. Me, personally, if we don't talk for a month, and then, like, one day we just start talking again, like, I think we'd still be the same amount of friends as we were before. Like, I'm not someone who needs to talk to their friends every day to know that we're still friends. So that's not something I worry about. Cheating, I can agree, at least in a relationship, because I don't really think you can cheat in a friendship, but maybe. Lying, I don't like when people lie. I try not to lie. Sometimes I lie. Everybody lies. Be so for real. But, you know, I try not to. You know? Being rude to workers, I agree with. Like, you know, we gotta be nice to everyone. It's usually not the people's fault that we're yelling at, too. Like, y'all complain to the people who had no... Thanks for watching the video. I hope that if you had a question, then it was answered. I stream almost every day on twitch.tv/brodyiol. Please go give me a follow, turn on noties. Also, go down, like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!